Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action headed out west where the Warriors are hosting the Celtics.
It's Super Bowl week, and we've got a super code for you. The code is SUPER for 20% off the entire website at picksandparlays.net.
Celtics road favorites here -3. The total is 224 and a half. The Celtics are 10-8 on the year, 10-8 against the spread. Meanwhile, Golden State is 11-9 straight up and 10-10 against the number. The Celtics, of course, coming off that really close game with the Lakers, and then you've got the Warriors, who have won 3 of their last 4 games. But granted, they were to the Pistons and 2 wins over the Timberwolves. So not exactly the greatest of competition. We've got Craig Trapp joining us to break this one all down. Craig, initial thoughts on Warriors and Celtics?
Well, if you could draw a line through Golden State's first few losses, I mean, there were some ugly ones in there. I mean, this team's been pretty good, especially at home. 8-4 straight up, 8-4 against the spread. So it's like when they do win at home, they usually cover. Although a lot of times they're the favorite, so you're getting points with the Warriors. So the Celtics, on the other hand, that one's a little. This team's been so banged up with. Kemba Walker missed a bunch of time, and then you had, of course, Tatum missing a bunch of time as he didn't feel well. So I mean, we really haven't seen the Celtics team as a whole until just against the Lakers, and that was a close loss. So to me, when you look at this, I think you have to play a total in this one, not the side. If I was probably playing the side, I probably would take the Celtics, but I think it's going to be a tight game. So to me, I think the safer play is taking the over. This Golden State team, when they're not in these back-to-back type scenarios, I mean, this offense can really, really score points, and we know they're not great on defense. So I think the Celtics will be able to score as well. So I like the over in this one, Chelsea. I just think it's going to be a really exciting game and come right down to the wire. And that's what you need. In over games, you need a close game because you got to, especially a total like this, it's so high that you need some late scoring. You can't be having, one team resting the starters late as they're winning in a blowout.
Yeah, and another note for the Celtics, Marcus Smart is out indefinitely, at least for a couple of weeks with a calf strain. He's probably their best defender.
Yep.
Also has been really good offensively as of late. A big improvement this season when it comes to assists, when it comes to scoring. But when it
Yep.
comes to scoring, they've got 2 pretty solid scorers in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. For the Warriors, it's been a little bit inconsistent when it comes to the other players not named Steph Curry. James Wiseman has been a lot better down low as of late. And Andrew Wiggins is kind of hit or miss. Same with Kelly Oubre. So I think you need a lot of contributions from those guys because Steph is pretty steady Eddie when it comes to points, when it comes to scoring. And obviously, it's hard to defend somebody who shoots from half court. So I think the Celtics do have some dynamic scorers on that team, and especially with Tice, I should say, heating up in their last game. So they've
Yep.
got some role players that are stepping up big in a big way. Anything else you think better should know before betting on this one?
Well, I think you hit it on the head. Smart is such a good defender, and he would have been getting most of the time on Steph Curry. So that really is going to test the Celtics' depth. I mean, I don't think you stop Steph Curry. I think the best way is to make him go for 50 or 60 to beat you. You keep everybody else in check. But that's really hard to do because he's so good off the pick and roll when him and Draymond are being able to play make. And Wiggins has had an unbelievable year compared to what we've seen in his career. So we're going to need Wiggins, though. I think if he gets us 20 tonight, I definitely think this one goes over, and I think he'll do that.
Yeah, I think the key is if the Warriors can keep it close, which this line is indicating that they should. It
Yep.
just, like I kind of said in the intro, some of their games have been against subpar opponents. So we'll see how they fare against a team that's pretty hard nosed from the Eastern Conference. Is kind of how the conferences have been playing. You see the East Coast teams kind of hard nosed defense, and then the West
Yep.
Coast a lot of scorers and a lot of divas. Even though Brooklyn's kind of bucking that trend. That's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. As always, good stuff from Craig Trapp. Craig, thanks for joining us.